Hello there. Welcome to the LTP Lounge, episode number 9. Tonight, it's me, the co-host Mark, with a good friend Udi.
Good. Is that all I am? Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good friend. part of the LTP. Tonight, we're going to be talking about Avengers Campus construction, probably some Coco stuff in DCA, MagicKey news, and the Carriage House in New Orleans Square, so Bayou Country, or New Orleans Square actually is where it is.
Mhm.
Then probably some news that actually came out today too about the company president, the park president.
Yep.
And so we're going to get to that, and
Yep.
let's roll the tape. Well, there you go. Awesome.
Banger.
Yeah, that's a banger. All right.
Banger.
A banger. So hopefully we get some listeners tonight.
Yep.
For those of us who are going to watch this on the restream, on the replay, we are actually part of the LTP Leaving Today podcast. Typically, it's an audio-only podcast. We've been venturing into the YouTube realm for probably half of last year and 2 episodes so far in this year. But this is an opportunity for us to talk to you listeners and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
Yep.
All right, on. So let's start with you want to do some news actually that just came out?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we can do here. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's how that works. It's just that. So here we go. Disneyland shakeup. Thomas Maslum, I guess is how we're gonna have to say his name.
Yep.
Named president of theme park experiences in the reorg. Ken Potrock, the current president of Disneyland, will shift to a new role as president of the Walt Disney Company. President of the Walt Disney Company Major Events Integration with Disney Signature Experiences and Shanghai Disney also getting new chiefs. Yeah, so he's gonna move to a brand new corporate role as president of the Walt Disney. This isn't really earth-shattering to me.
No, I find it interesting though.
Why's that?
Because I'm wondering why.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Why?
Why? I'm curious, and now I have no evidence or whatever you want to put it, but I'm curious because a lot of these companies have very much gotten to that point of like you fail upwards.
Oh, totally.
And
Yeah.
I'm wondering if like, well, we don't want to get rid of them.
Right.
So what do? Let's create a new job for them. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because do you really need that? Do they really need that new
The new title?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they need a new title.
I mean, really, a huge entity like Disney needs more management, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I wonder what this new president is going to do for the park. And honestly, I wonder how much they actually do.
Well, I always make the comment, I've said it before, I don't assume to know what their day-to-day is like. It could be incredibly, busy, and I'm gonna guess it is, but what they actually do, I mean, I don't know. I got no idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got no idea either. I mean, I assume that they deal with all internal issues regarding the parks, Disneyland and DC and the hotels, and they make probably decisions at that level. But it seems like all I ever hear about is Josh D'Amaro and Bob Iger.
Yeah.
right? So, but yeah, like why? But like why now? Are they doing that? Who knows?
Yeah, and I'm more like again I find it interesting because why now and why at all? So I'm like,
Hmm.
are they? I don't know. Let me ask you: do you
Yeah,
think this is like the quiet admission that Iger and Disney Corp is realizing that the park and parks experiences isn't doing as well as it should be, and the fact that um, Epic Universe is around the corner and there seems to be no real solid founded plan of attack to deal with that. I'm curious. I'm curious if that is kind of like the low key way of being like, well, we're going to move things around because how we're not happy with how the things are going.
yeah. That's a good take, and you're probably right. I think they're just moving around pieces on the chessboard to see what's going to fit,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe they need to inject some new life into the parks. Um, well, I mean, I'm just there like a week and a half ago, and they were full, and the parks were vibrant. But um, maybe they got some ill-favored surveys that
Yeah.
they want to shake things up at. I meant to tell you, I did get a survey last week as I left via
Oh,
email.
cool.
Yeah, via email, and I did fill it out.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
yes.
And what was it pertaining to?
Well, unfortunately, it dealt with DCA, not Disneyland,
Okay, well,
and it was primarily about Hollywood Backlot, Buena Vista Street, Avengers Campus,
okay,
and Pixar Pier
okay.
and Grizzly Flats, I guess. They thought about if I spent time in any of those lands, what I thought of those lands. Did I experience any crowd surging in those lands? Did I have any experiences that didn't meet my expectations in those lands? And
Okay.
so yeah, it was, and then they wanted to know about any cast members that I interacted with and any kind of food I ate and tried and all that kind of stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was, pretty good.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're right. They're probably going to try to have someone new and see if there's some new ideas that this person can inject. But yeah, this guy falling forward. I mean, he's into some nonsense job title now. I mean, that's ridiculous. I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of the, how can I put it? Going into this year, you and I have had a few discussions about how, because of the outside world, how Disney was going to react to it, right? Like how the cultural influences and the political sphere and all those things, how they're going to affect the overall take from company leadership and how they're going to handle things.
Sure.
Because it is a big company. I did hear, and I haven't. Well, okay. Let me finish my thought, and then I'll go back. And I'm curious if this are like part of the way of their like, well, we got to deal with certain things, and we got to recognize certain things because we have to. You know what I mean? We have to. We have no choice. We're a huge company. We can't continue to lose billions of dollars. So we have to do that. Now, the rumor I heard, and I haven't had a chance to chase this down, was that Disney might have been taking off the Dow, and I don't know. I heard that yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm like, wait a second. Or one of the top of the Dow, and I haven't been able to track it down. Like that's what I'm saying. Somebody said that, and I'm like, wait, I got to find that, and I haven't found it. So I don't know if that's true, but if it turns out to be true, then it's kind of one of those things like, you know what I mean?
Right.
it makes you wonder a little bit and makes you think, or it should make you think about, are they finally either willing to admit or fully feeling the brunt of the downward trajectory that the corporate has had for pretty much since COVID. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And rolling out. So I'm curious. This year to me is going to be nuts, though, and I'm here for it.
You mean with the park or just in general?
In general, but I mean, with the we're talking about the park. So with the park, I and the company, I just feel like something is happening. Something is happening. And
something positive, you think?
Yeah. I've been saying on our show for a while now. I mean, I think most of 2024 last year, I kept on using the expression white-pilled. I'm very white-pilled about what's going on. I'm very happy. I'm not happy, but I'm optimistic about what's happening. A lot of things happened that I wasn't happy about, but overall, I've had a positive vibe and a positive feel because I just feel that the feeling is rather that the company is like moving and moving back to where the vast majority of us can all pretty much like agree, like this is where we need to be.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. So when it comes to the park, I think when the park and the company, I think this year is going to be it with the movies that are coming out right now that will be landing. I mean, the most noticeable one that will the first one on tap will be the new Captain America, right? Captain Falcon is what people are calling it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see that one.
I'm gonna go see it too.
Yeah, we should go. We should go if we can.
Yeah.
Since I'm fan, we should go. So it's coming out in a couple weeks. And
is it really?
Yeah, February 17th.
Okay.
For whatever reason, that date's in my head, but it's in there, mid February. Anyway, and I think that is going to be like the tail end of the meh stuff.
Okay.
We talked about on my other show, the Manda Show, about Star Wars, and my brother actually was like on the wrap up for Skeleton Crew, and he was like, I want them to stop right now, like just stop and figure it out, and then we move forward. And I think with Marvel, there already were signs last year they're going to do that.
Yeah.
With Star Wars, they're definitely doing that. I don't know what direction they're going to go yet, but anyway, I think we're going to see a lot of similar things right now with this. And the fact that this dropped today, I'm kind of like, interesting. Very interesting.
Yep. Psycho Pouncer says should be an interesting time with some large cultural shifts. Yep.
And we can argue up and down about Disney and their weight in the culture and how much they play into that, and we can all agree that they have over the last few years done a lot to remove themselves from the culture, or gone off in a weird angle. But I think again, their bread and butter are the normies, the everyday person,
right?
And the more they can do to keep them happy and interested and coming back, that's where they need to be. It was where they started, where they had been for decades. So
yeah.
Yep.
Just real quick before we change subjects, you brought up Star Wars. I heard a couple of things today. I heard that for the what's the next movie coming out? The Mando. It's Mando and Grogu.
Mm-hmm.
That Sigourney Weaver is going to be in it.
I've heard that. That.
So that should be interesting. And then you saw the thing with Ryan Gosling, right?
Oh, voicing, yeah.
I'm not voicing, but
voicing.
Oh, I thought he was going to be he's going to be in the next Star Wars movie. I just saw that today. So yeah, it should be interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. But anyways, Marvel, yeah, let's go check out the Captain America. 'Cause I think we're gonna get Red Hulk in this one. Yeah,
We do, definitely.
Good.
Well, if they do it right.
Yeah. If they do it right. Okay, so let's go random news items here. Let's see if I can bring that guy up. So we've got, as we speak, we've got the MagicKeys are once again on sale. Why this is even news, it's beyond me.
Well, go ahead.
They should be on sale all the time. but the fact that they're on sale now for a limited time or before they sell out is, I guess it's big news. So what are you gonna say?
Well, the reason why we're talking about it is because of what they're doing it. You know what I mean? The artificial scarcity.
Oh yeah.
And I don't. Maybe this year, this practice begins to find its way out the door. I'm hoping.
I hope so. I mean, I don't know if this new president has any say on this stuff, but I would like to think that he does.
Yeah.
Again, all four of these, well, three of them we can get. One we're not qualified for because it's a SoCal thing only. But
right.
I still say that they need to have these four and then add like a flex pass in there again. Because even this one for $974, this has gone up $125 since I bought it last year.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's interesting to me. And so now you got to pay $189 down, or just pay for the whole thing. Yeah, interesting. I like that they've got this on there. Now this could pay for itself in 6 visits. So mine's already paid for itself.
Yeah.
Because
we've already done any savvy MagicKey, AP holder has already done that now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Still 25% off. Standard theme parking. That's been a while since I've actually parked there.
Yeah.
10% merchant food. Oh, unlimited. Okay. Yeah.
Like anything new on that list at all?
No, there aren't any. There's nothing new on there.
No. No.
Although when we were there, they were running half off on this, but I never needed it, to be honest with you. So I think it was like $32. It would have been $16, which is what it should be anyways.
Yeah, or not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
And I find that curious because I remember you mentioning that, and I was kind of like, why would they need to put a sale on it?
Oh yeah, I know, right? Yeah, because it's a perk. It's a perk. They're just looking out for you. Yeah, ouch, that's a big price jump in 1 year. Dude, it totally is. I mean,
yeah.
And I'm due for a renew in April.
Yeah, makes you yeah.
It makes me wonder, should I do it?
Yeah. Well, I already know you are. So
I probably am, but yeah.
None of that artificial scarcity from you, buddy. None of it.
I know. There's no drama for me, but
yeah, right. You're wearing a hoodie with a big shirt with a big D on it. That means drama. I'm kidding.
Yeah, drama. Yeah, this is the fresh from the parks. I just got this last week. So.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to rehash the MagicKeys anymore. I mean, at this point, it's kind of like I feel like we just go, oh yay, look, they're back.
They're back, but again, we talked about this before. The fact that these are not open all the time they're missing out on so much money, because oh, hold on. Oh, well, I'll get to that in a second. I just got a message. The best part is that, if you're going with a friend who might be on the fence about, he can say, I love my time at Disneyland. I want to go again. I just let me convert my ticket to an annual pass right there on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anyways, hopefully this nonsense changes and they add back the Flex Pass. All right.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you.
I didn't see how it. I saw like the first 4 episodes of that. I haven't seen anything else. Wasn't good.
My one word descriptor for the way that the show ended was dumb.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you for that. Yeah. I mean, what do you think of the show? I mean, not our take on Skeleton Crew on the Mando show. I'm curious. But yeah.
Mando show. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. If you've heard the episode, yeah.
I haven't heard it yet. It's just spoilers there.
Yeah. There are. So yeah. But I mean, yeah, Skeleton Crew. Anyway.
Okay, well, what's the next series going to be on Disney Plus for Star Wars?
Andor.
Oh yeah. Andor's
coming, and we're kind of. I'm kind of down for it because they have. They're going to a 9-episode run, and they're going to do. Every 3 episodes, like a year, I think is what they said, of time.
Okay.
Yeah. So the format, it seems interesting, and I'm down. It was well done. I enjoyed the first season. First 3 episodes were dreadfully slow, but still good.
Yeah.
But overall, the show was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing to get me super excited about Star Wars again. No.
No.
Were there any Easter eggs in there that, like, special character?
No, not really.
Okay. Wonderful. No. Wonderful.
Yeah. No. I mean, the whole premise was. Anyway, yeah. Because I will run off on a jag if I go. So I'm gonna pump the brakes. And
well, let's get through our news first, and then we can wrap up if we've got time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did the MagicKeys. Let's go over to this guy here.
Oh my goodness.
So this particular thing was brought to us by Steve. He showed us this, and I had no idea. And this is in regards to the Madame Leona's, was it Spirits from Beyond store or something?
I don't remember what it's called now.
From the Great Beyond?
Carriage House. I call it the Carriage House.
Yeah, that's what they called it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it. Just for you listeners out there. We're digging deep. This is it. The Armstrong 4236 pre-designed barn kit.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this is 100% it. And look at that. The base is 6,500 or 65,000.
Well, I mean, to be 100% fair, that isn't metal framing. That is a metal structure. So, was it a out of the box kit? Obviously not. It's not. But what you can, definitely say it's that design.
Yeah.
It is that building. The construction was clearly different, but look at it. I mean, anybody who tries to argue that oh no, dude, that's the Carriage House.
Yep, that's what that is.
Makes me wonder what in the hell, man. I mean, where are you imagining that you're gonna go that generic? And the fact that the exterior and interior are that pristine is one of my biggest gripes about that. It is one of my biggest gripes. There is no dilapidation. There's no sense of use or wear and tear.
Well, that's interesting though, because I did think that too, but the mansion itself is pretty pristine.
Yeah, but you look at the mansion and still you can tell it's been there a while.
Yeah.
That's my point. The paint and the mansion, everything isn't like super brilliant and bright, like the greens on the shutter and all that is not. And then when you go in, definitely when you go into the building, you know it's not. Clearly it's very dark. So you're going to have that, right?
Yeah.
But it has that sense of age and use. That new shop, what you sent me, none of it. Like, throw me some cobwebs over here, like something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, Steve. So I did a video that I sent to the LTP team as I walked through it. It, as Judy said, it looks pristine in real life. Like it's not used.
Brand new.
And I think you're right. I think you mentioned, Steve, that there's a column like one of these columns here, because this isn't configured exactly like it is, but I think there's a door right here, and the column is just almost right in the middle of it. So someone's going to run smack into it. Yeah. So the positive was that it looked nice, it looked clean, but it didn't quite match the architecture that I would expect to go along with the Haunted Mansion. Yeah. That's one thing. Yeah. Well, actually, the main thing is that you have a wealth of Imagineers that could have designed a kick-ass house. It could have been like an old church or something. Yeah. Or some sort of crypt that you could have walked through with brickwork or stonework. But no, it's this. So without really having a historical perspective of what a carriage house looked like, maybe this is what they looked like during that time. But I would like to have seen like a Disney touch to it and made it more unique. And coming out, okay. And the great thing is you're not forced into this carriage house on the way out. You can certainly bypass it. Okay. It isn't like Star Tours exit when you go right into Star Traders. You can certainly get out of the way if you want. But I just think it was kind of lazy on their part, and I would expect a little more from Disney Imagineering. Yeah.
And the one thing that I am not happy about and disappointed about is the fact that we've been calling it pretty much right. Like whenever we've gotten a new attraction announcement or something being built, we're kind of like, I think been pretty spot on about like the Carriage House. We're like, hey, we think this might be good, but I was kind of worried about certain the feel of it. You remember how they're going back, going, man, they need to hit that note with the mansion for it to tie in, and I was worried that they wouldn't hit it. They didn't hit it. We had TBA. I was like, oh man, I don't know if they're going to hit that. Exterior looks cool, but everything I'm wondering about the interior and the story, I don't think they're going to hit it. Now, per your review and everything that you went on, they didn't hit it. Magnolia Park. We never had a doubt about Magnolia Park. We're like, this is going to be fantastic. And fantastic. We're talking about Downtown Disney. We've been talking about it, how we're like, I don't know, man. I think everything's going to be smoking, everything's looking great, and so far everything's great. So I'm disappointed that we've been correct with our uneasiness with certain projects that have kind of come to fruition. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
like that. I want to be wrong about that stuff. I want to be wrong about me, having like I've got a bad feeling. I don't want to have a bad feeling. So yeah. So you know what I mean? So
Yep.
that happened. I kind of like, oh, I was like, man. But yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, that's the architecture doesn't match.
right. Yeah. These aren't my images, but yeah, it doesn't quite match the rest of the thing. The
No.
rest of the mansion. Um, it's funny. I mean, but to their point, I mean, to their credit, look at that's this is what it looked like. It looks exactly like they drew it up. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if they make any modifications to it.
I don't know. I mean, okay, I honestly remember we discussed it in the podcast that's coming out this week, right? And I asked you about TBA and how long of a shelf life you think it is before they make a change or two, and I think you said 5 years, right? Less than.
I think I said less than 10.
Right. I don't see this having any changes to it for a long time.
Oh. Oh yeah, I totally agree, Steve.
Oh, 100%. You know what would have been a creepier thing? Instead of a carriage house?
A crypt.
Yeah, or like a mausoleum.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. A mausoleum.
Like,
yeah.
Mausoleum over here where everybody's been buried. You already go through the cemetery. That would have been better.
Yeah, well, see, the reason why they didn't do that because they want they want you to buy merchandise. As soon as you're done experiencing the Haunted Mansion. But I mean, that being said, everything else over there looks spectacular. The Q and Magnolia Park, I think it looks great. It's a welcome addition, and they really hit it out of the park with that. This thing is just, it's kind of mid, as the kids say.
Kind of mid, huh?
Kind of mid.
Low res.
Low res, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the moral of the story is if you want your own Madame Leota shop, you can get one for $86,000.
And I bet you, dude, I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna wind up buying that thing and doing a better version of it, and be like, "Look, some crazy person's gonna do it."
The answer to that, Steve, is more Haunted Mansion merchandise. They did not take anything out. It is still full on Haunted Mansion stuff. So it's not centered incorrectly. Okay.
Yeah, which makes me think they're going to wait and hold for a minute there, and then probably go back and expand out pirate stuff again.
Yeah, for sure. Or you know what it could be, more Tiana stuff.
There you go. That would actually make sense because it fits in the whole New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, they might as well give her like 5 or 6 shops. I mean, they've got
make it a good baker's dozen. Why not?
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Tiana County or something, or Tiana Country.
Yeah. For a mid princess. No, she's not mid. I like it, but still.
Yeah, I like her. I just don't like the attraction.
No.
Yeah.
Everyone talk about it because it's a spoiler for the podcast coming out.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it now. So, anyways, Steve, thank you for alerting. Alerting us to that where the link was and stuff. And I thought it was just a rumor, but no, it is true.
Mm-hmm.
It is true. Okay, the next news item we had for point of discussion tonight. Yeah. Here we are talking about, let's see. Let's go to Avengers Campus real quick. And we are going to be getting
right there. Yep.
Right there. What's this question? I was going to ask if Mark likes TBA. Guess I'll wait for the pod.
It'll come out on Monday. It'll be on Monday.
It'll be out on Monday. Yes. So they were actually starting this construction when I was there, although I wasn't privy to see it because most of it was off stage.
Right.
But this is a whole lot of room. A lot more room than you would think. I don't know where this Tony Stark flight lab thing is going to be, because that thing threw us off for a loop.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to wait for the overheads for when they begin demo and like actually start putting foundation in. Because remember when we did that with Galaxy's Edge, how we track the progression.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be curious about this one and how they're gonna the pads for the buildings are gonna go for the show buildings and everything like that, and how it's gonna be separated. They've only said that they're gonna add the 2 attractions, but they got to put more in there, right? I'm thinking another shop, maybe another eatery of some kind. I don't know.
Well, definitely a bathroom.
Well, yeah. Maybe with your AP, you'll get access to that one.
What do you mean, like a preview?
No, I'm saying for the bathroom. They'll let you go in the bathroom.
I see what you're talking about. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If I can afford the AP that lets me go to the bathroom there, yeah, maybe.
That'd be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm really, really, really curious on how that layout is going to go.
Yep, me too. I think it's going to be more vertical than anything. And I think, what are your thoughts, Udi? Do you and the listeners out there, how do you think this is going to compare to Rise of the Resistance in terms of tech that we see coming into the attraction? Is it going to build on that, or is it going to be something different?
Well, my thought is, and it's been now since Rise opened, was Rise has pushed forward the envelope for ride tech, for attraction technology. And if you want to make something really big and kind of create a big splash, you're going to have to use elements that are now incorporated in Rise.
Right.
So I think I don't know if I don't know per se they're going to advance any more technology like they did out of Rise, but I think they're going to definitely, if they're intelligent and smart about it, they will add elements of that.
Yeah.
Look at Mickey's Runaway, right? They added things like that, and they took elements of Rise that they had, and they're in there. I do not see why they would not do the same for one of these.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. And we don't know exactly what the ride vehicle is yet. I mean, we've seen concept art of it, but is it? I don't know. It's something that's supposed to transport guests to different universes or something like that. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I'm looking forward to seeing, because I think it's going to be a mix of practical and screen stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, much like what we got in Rise, and
Right.
we'll see what the story is.
Because I mean, look, you're looking at that, right? And you can see how you're going to have the general walkway into the area, but
oh yeah, it's going to be over here, right?
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I wonder how close it's going to get to the Guardians. You know what I mean?
Oh geez, yeah, I don't know. Oh, I have a question. Yeah, you're right, Steve. If it's trackless, it's going to take up a lot of that land.
Yeah.
Unless it's a two-story trackless thing where they can somehow have you go up and down.
I feel that would be the flight one. Yeah, that one is going to be definitely more vertical, right?
Oh, you mean the Tony Stark flight lab thing?
Yeah. That one.
Okay. Let's talk about that just real quick. I think we can see my cursor. Can you see my cursor? No, you can't.
No,
Okay. I'll zoom in. I think this is the area right that's in the middle of the screen where the bushes are, is where you're going to be able to walk in to this flight lab thing. And I think that air defense or whatever it is going to go right through here, the middle.
Yeah, it would make sense that you can do that for your walkthrough because you have the Quinjet up there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go right through that. Like that makes sense. That would be a good facade for the attraction to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then rolling and then going back that way. Because I always found it interesting, that building with the Quinjet on there. Like, what was the purpose of that building? You know what I mean?
The what?
The building with the Quinjet on it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think so.
I think so. Although
Yeah.
I think that King Thanos, or I think he's still going to be part of this thing. I don't know.
I think they put him into the other attraction, not the Tony Stark one, the other one.
What?
Because that would make sense. The multiple universes and blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah. So I think
that he would be somewhat incorporated into that.
Yeah, I think So Steve, I think. Sorry, Gilbert. I think that the Thanos is going to be part of this Avengers defense thing. Whatever that is. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm actually looking forward to this.
Yeah, no, I'm glad. Again, I'm glad, but I'm still being very critical on Disney's, very controlled, slow rollout of lands. Is like, stop.
Oh, that's what Steve said. Hold on, that's supposed to be a sim ride, the Quinjet building. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Well,
I'm glad they abandoned that.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right. Actually, now that he says that I think they talked about a few things going over there. But
yeah, I don't remember because they talked about a lot of different things.
Yeah. But yeah, now that you brought that up, it's right. I do remember a flight simulator going through that. And then there was a concept art of an individual person on a jetpack. Do you remember that?
Yep.
And we're like, what the heck is that?
Yep.
And then, here we are. So interesting though, Udi, you did bring up that you thought there might be like a restaurant back here or something. Yeah. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Because I think this place needs a little more than what we have.
They only have Pim's, right? Is that the only one?
Yeah, Pim's Test Kitchen and the Test Lab, which is the bar, which is kind of silly. Yeah. And then there's a couple outdoor vending carts.
Right. Yeah.
like Shawarma Palace is like.
Yeah, they got to monetize that area. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gerber says Iron Man is better anyway. Oh, you mean the Iron Man attraction? Is that what you're talking about? But so let's see. This starts now. Okay, Udi, best guess. When do we see the parking lot demoed and stuff going in?
My bet they're gonna shoot for this to open for the Olympics.
For the Olympics?
Yeah.
Okay, but when do you think we're gonna start seeing like ground torn up?
A demo? Oh, dude. Is that what I'm seeing a recent?
No.
I can't tell you then. Without having a recent picture, I couldn't tell you. I mean, really, if
It probably doesn't
do it, if they're gonna do it, they need to be demoing right now.
Yeah, it probably doesn't look a whole lot different than what we have here.
No. Yeah, what they're probably doing is taking care of the underground right now.
Yeah.
Figuring out where they're gonna run power, water, sewer, all of that, how to connect into the existing city works, and then probably trenching and doing that kind of stuff before they have to. When you go into an area like that, you have to be meticulous about everything and where you're going to dig and how you're going to dig, and if there's something in the way where you got to go, you got to move it. All of that needs to be done before anything else. So
right. Yeah.
So I'm going to assume that they're already there, that they're definitely deep in that process, and probably doing whatever work they need to do to handle the utility side of it, the whole thing, utility side of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, comment. I think they're already moving stuff out. Well, I hope you're right, Steve. Yeah. But man, that's just got my idea, and I love this kind of stuff. They don't let you walk around back behind Rise of the Resistance, but I wonder if the exit out of the flight lab thing is going to be indoors or is it going to be outdoors? So it will give you a chance to walk around and see things. I would love that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you should. That'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah, that would be fun. That'd give me a couple of years of work for sure.
Yep, dude. All right, so we got about 12 minutes left of the show. Let's hop on over, just right over here, to the Hollywood backlot stage.
Bum, bum, bum.
And I bring this up because my prediction was that Coco might come over here. And I did do a quick lap through here when I was there not too long ago. And I could totally see it, dude. I could totally see a Mexican village mixed in with Encanto. Maybe if those two IPs could be mixed together, that would be great. There's a lot of room there. There is a ton of room. The Stage 17 they could get rid of. They could repurpose the Philharmonic and Monsters Inc. I just don't know about the monorail and how that fits into anything, if it does.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Now that you have fresh eyes on it, looking at everything.
Oh, this is not the right thing. Okay.
No, but it's not. Wow. Are you even more like, no way, no how that they're going to try to stop Avatar in there?
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
Okay.
No way, no how would they do that.
Even if they get rid of all the bus parking and everything that comes on that side, I still don't think they have enough room.
Let's take a look at that real quick
Back
up. You're talking about you can't. Well, no, and nor do I think that would even fit there.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
No.
At least what we've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to formulate my thought here. No, Avatar doesn't fit in here. This, to me, it's such. It's a natural fit to be in California Adventure, to have something of this culture in there, and they could do it. It's such a wonderful job.
Yep.
But when they do close off the parking, how cool would it be if they expanded Tomorrowland?
Oh, I'd be jacked.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to go under the monorail, of course.
No problem.
No problem. And then you've got Primeval World right here. So you can't see my mouse on the screen, or you can?
Me?
Yeah.
No, because you're on my smaller screen anyway.
Okay. But they could reroute some paths and have Tomorrowland come out just a little bit further. I would love that.
Mm-hmm. That is why we'll never get it. But hey.
Yeah. The other spot, though, Coco, that gets mentioned. What am I doing here? Sorry.
Wrong way. You're like, go the other way. There you go. There you go.
All right. Is back here behind the Incredicoaster, just in this.
To be fair, I would like it there too. I wouldn't object. I think it fits geographically better in the other spot. You can see it. Okay, good. As long as you guys can see it, that's fine.
What are you talking about? The mouse?
Cursor,
or are you talking about?
Yeah.
You can see Coco going back here. What are you talking about?
Pretty sure he's talking about the cursor.
Okay, good, because I can't see it going back here.
No. Like, I like the idea of it being back there because it kind of goes with Pixar, and then you have the food and everything, and they kind of like that vibe over there. I kind of like it in that back little corner. I do. But over there in the opposing corner on the other side of it, infinitely better.
Oh yeah, it's infinitely better. But I just like logistically though, this is supposed to be like Pirates of the Caribbean Shanghai type of ride system that's going to go in here. No, actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm confusing my IP. That's what Avatar is supposed to be. This is supposed to be more of like a higher end boat ride. I don't think it's supposed to be like Shanghai's.
Yeah. And that won't work there.
No. Sorry. That's for the Avatar. But this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, imagine the crowds. And that was one of the questions they asked about DCA was, did Picture Up Here feel too crowded? Or did Hollywood Backlot feel too crowded? And I said Picture Up Here it was way more crowded than Hollywood Backlot.
But
what?
Picture Up Here is because of how you're very funneled into, like, you go over the bridge and in, right?
Yeah.
Or you go all the way up and around.
Right. Yeah.
When you talk about Hollywood Backlot, I mean, you can go in, but you can go in and you can walk through it.
Right.
And it's a shorter walk through than trying to go all the way to the pier. So yeah, no, I mean, no way.
I don't know.
Nah.
Yeah, I just don't see it, dude.
I don't either.
But Gare Bear does. So that's the main thing. I mean, either way, I think it's gonna. Well, not either way. I just they have an opportunity now to add and embrace some of the culture, the Hispanic culture,
Mhm.
and they've got the room for it. And I don't
Bring
see
it. Yeah.
bring it. Yeah, and
Finally,
they can, huh?
I'll be represented. I'll finally be happy with the park.
Oh yeah. So that's really what we had for tonight's show. We've got about 5 minutes left. Steve or Gibber, do you guys have a question or anything for us?
Hey, Mark, what do you think of TBA? I'm kidding.
Yeah, sure. Tune in on the Monday for episode 213.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I guess Udi, what's got you excited for the next 12 months of Disneyland right now? Well, let's say the next 5 months, say 6 months. Anything.
I don't think excited is the right word.
Uh-oh.
The word I'm going to use is curious.
Okay.
And it has to do with what I talked about earlier with the cultural and political and world happening, how the companies react to all that stuff. So I'm curious and I'm hopeful, and like I said, I'm positive. I think we're gonna get some interesting, cool stuff. I'm optimistic. Yeah, what did you get for your birthday, Mark?
At the park, so I got this shirt. This one. This is a long sleeve black shirt. It's cool. Wendy got it for me. She sent me some money via Apple Pay. Hey, go ahead and get that shirt. So it came in black, red, green, or blue. I just picked the black one.
Wow, what kind of a girlfriend? She didn't buy it from. I'm totally kidding.
No, she didn't buy it for me.
I'm kidding. Like,
Oh,
go through the process of buying it for you.
oh, I see.
I'm joking. No, she's great.
Yeah. But my girls took me out. They bought me dinner that night, and they bought all the food basically the whole time I was there. All the snacks I wanted, that kind of stuff. I felt bad because I helped them out in a few areas, but for the most part, they took care of me there. That was really it. And then Wendy and I went to dinner at the steakhouse back home when I came back.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I told you about that story.
I heard that story.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Care Bear. The merchandise actually is pretty impressive there right now. I think they're doing really well with that.
Yeah, a couple of the pictures you sent us of merch, I was like, hey, cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like they've got their own backpacks now and their own sling bags that they're putting out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got a few comments. I wore the Skyway shirt on or hoodie on the last day I was there. I got a few comments from that.
Where'd you get that?
Oh, cool shirt. And I'm like, yeah.
Like, I know. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You know to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to tell me that.
Wow.
No. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm definitely curious about what we're going to learn more from the 70th anniversary coming up in a few months.
Yeah, but I'm being very reserved with that because I don't think it's a big one.
Oh, hey, Eric. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, I was so stoked to be in the park. Thank you, buddy.
Oh, hey, Eric.
Hope you're doing well. What's this? Yeah, I got good food. Yeah, I will talk about that on the podcast coming up. So, but to answer the
spoiler-free zone. Sorry.
Yeah, spoiler-free zone. Yeah, but probably if I shake a magic 8-ball, all signs point to yes.
For the most part.
For the most part.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. But no, it's a Disney 70th. I'm curious to see what we get. I'm curious to see what they're going to announce. And I am excited to hear and see the progress of this Avengers Campus thing. The whole thing with Coco and Buena Vista Street, I just don't see anything besides that going in there. Pandora would be completely out of pocket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Gare Bear.
Yeah.
We have to make you come. We have to entice you to stick around.
Yeah. It's the carrot.
It is the carrot. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are at an hour. So it could be a good place to stop because that's what we kind of stuck to.
Yeah.
An hour, unless you guys have another question. We'll go in like another minute, and then if you have a question.
Yeah, like full on AMA real quick.
Yeah.
Full on AMA real quick.
Full on AMA.
For another 4 seconds. Okay.
No. Garrett Bear, since you're in the area, dude, maybe you can go to the movies with us to see this Captain America thing.
Yeah.
We could do the LTP movie date.
But if you want to avoid us, I don't blame you either.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're gonna have to do an AMA on here.
We should do an AMA on here. Yeah, let's get some more consistent
Yep.
show. Yeah. Then we'll definitely do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That would be cool. Yeah, we can do that for sure.
It'll be fun.
Yep.
I don't know. I won't say much. I never do. I never say much anyway.
Say what?
If we do an AMA, I won't say much. I promise.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Okay. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up now. Again, the LTP, if you're going to watch this on YouTube, we are part of the Leaving Today podcast. We come out every other Monday. Episode 213 comes out this week. And it's something we've been doing for 9 years, covering the parks and ranting and raving. I know. So it's crazy, 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you can follow us on leavingtodaypodcast.com and Instagram at Leaving Today Podcast. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and click on the subscribe button and like this show.
Yeah.
I guess, we need other people to do it besides Udi and I to subscribe and like it.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's see. Yeah. Steve said, thanks, guys. Thank you, Steve, for taking part of this.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody who jumped in.
Thank you for the comments and adding your.
Thank you.
Thank you, Care Bear. And thank you, Eric.
Yep.
All right. We will sign off now. Thank you so much for listening and watching, I suppose. Mm-hmm. And we'll do it in 2 weeks' time. All right. Be good.
See ya.
See ya.